Chama Wontumi I wanted Ghana police ehwehwe no nanye no nko am. Chama Wontumi ne writer owo se obetimi atu eyefuma gudie gold e wo Ghana ase no aban Revokes alliances na nchiremu ewom tinya abotere Jokonwa na mchichinsem ne mu efanche a couple of days ago ni ene ehun se Galamsey operation bi ekọso wo Ghana ase ene ehun se Chama Wontumi edin ewom anase Chama Wontumi ne mining company a yefa na quantum mining no edin ene nam headline mo chemu se nkofuku na ekochi wo mo no Chama Wontumi enkofo ka ho a omoye Galamsey entiende ena minister for land and natural resources eba na wo kire nsem wa kire de entia Chama Wontumi edin eba headlines na mokochi nkofo na say Galamsey fo na mokochi wo mo no Chama Wontumi edin wom ena minister na ekire mu se Chama Wontumi enya abotere eton concession na waje ho licenses anase waje ho tumi efra ban ho no waton concession ne bi di ma individuals bi anase companies fufuro bi a company no ede ye Galamsey enu nti na mokwache nkofo no omubo odin se quantum mining eye Galamsey because de bia nkofo no eye Galamsey no eye quantum mining asase so makwache nkofo ko bi wo honom de a eye quantum mining din na omebo nti na ombo eye quantum mining din ewo first arrest na omkoye enim nti nde Minister of Land and Natural Resources cheche nsem no wo kire mu se right na bind the match Chama Wontumi etimi ye Galamsey no Chama Wontumi atietia right so because waton concession ni bi di amankofo bi amankofo no de se Ghana nsase nya no nko a quantum mining na ankasa enso ka Galamsey hu ena nya no nko nipa a quantum mining anase Chama Wontumi eton licenses anase concession ni bi de ma ne bia no sanipa ko no waje ne 3.5 billion ansana omoton sa concession no eyama sa nkofoko nti minister na ekire mu se sa nneoma we nyina anase evidence we omonsa kan no enough so metima revoke Chama Wontumi licenses to mu gina sa atumi anase sa nneoma na Chama Wontumi aye no so no revoke the licenses.
Some interviews conducted with a few of the residents indicate that the modus operandi of a quantum mining is to use force to enter and destroy even the farmlands and produce of poor farmers in the area. Armed with this intelligence, on the eve of Good Friday, 17th of April, an intelligence-led operation by the Ghana Police Force and the Forestry Commission led to the raid of 6 illegal mining sites linked to Akunta mining. This operation is still ongoing because the officers are still conducting operations, and that operation will continue in the coming weeks. The operation in compartment 19, which began at 5 a.m. on that day, lasted for a whopping 12 hours. And the last 3 days has also continued. So far, 51 arrests have been made, 8 Chinese nationals, 39 Ghanaian, and 4 women. So far, we have seized about 30 excavators. 5 have been required impounded at the operation base. 2 pump action guns loaded with 5 and 2 rounds of BP cartridges each. 1 single barrel gun retrieved. We have confiscated 2 Toyota Hilux pickups, 1 Toyota RAV4, 4 motorbikes, and a cache of mining equipment. All suspects have been transported to Accra and in the custody of the Ghana Police Service pending prosecution. In light of the overwhelming evidence, I have authorized the Minerals Commission to immediately take steps to revoke the lease of Akunta mining with immediate effect. I've directed the Forestry Commission officials connected to these illegalities be immediately interdicted pending further investigations and prosecution. Security agencies have been notified to investigate security officers who have had dealings with Akunta mining in this particular forest reserve. The Attorney General has also been briefed and has taken over the investigation for further.
And some way by no, and you who send Kofoku so about Musu Chirimu say some time ago, omo koye investigation the report by omo bisa na Addo Akufo-Addo questions be say report and I say investigation koye ni ehunu say akonta mining involved in Galamsey koso Ghana man na Addo Akufo-Addo etena ase enya abotre catches ankofo ne say chama Wontumi and asa akonta mining enya Galamsey nti omo mpo baby kura no from report no and to omo the report no command CID there's omo the command investigation bodies omo Ghana ma besin de omo ntimi nya ho hwe nti omo de say NDC aban etimi ade sa ne ma wanyina gu akwan mu a nkofo bebre ahunu say sa investigation na omo koye no no cry without wasting my time no ehwe video no embra I say malikbasintale TV so but homo subscribe share no benya video ni bi ehwe.
We have a petition currently sitting with the Inspector General of Police. We had a petition with the President himself. We had a petition with the Attorney General. Remember, the Attorney General told us that they don't carry out primary investigations. So he directed us to the IGP. The IGP passed the case on to the Director General of CI. There was enough evidence to prosecute Akontama when this thing happened. Not only had he gone into the Tano Nimri Forest Reserve without a permit, he was also flouting the buffer policy. He was mining virtually in the tunnel. And there was ample evidence. There was a clash between his company and the people of Samatex. Ask what they were doing there, whether they were going to catch cockroaches. It was because he wanted to go in there and the people were fighting back. So for some of us, I think this is an important thing that has been done. And we all need to ensure that we deal with things like this. Because again, as has been said, you need to deal with the root cause. Otherwise, you will not be able to resolve this challenge. So I am pretty sure, unfortunately for us, we have the CEO for the Minerals Commission, because at that time, the CEO for the Minerals Commission confirmed it when the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources said that Akonta mining was involved in an illegality at the time. And I know for a fact that the Forestry Commission had also done some investigations, had spoken to the investigators who had done some work. But unfortunately, sitting on the platform in Koforidua, His Excellency, the former president, when I asked him about what he was doing about Akonta mining, he looked all Ghanaians in the face and answered the question that Akonta mining was not involved in Galamsey as we speak. Who had asked him a question about mining as we speak? The question was about the illegality that his minister had complained about, his regulator had spoken about, the police had been there. And so I'm happy that this is happening. I'm happy that for once, you've gone a step beyond what the former Minister for Lands is doing, and we would entreat the Attorney General and everybody else to ensure that we deal with things like this. If we don't, unfortunately, the windows are closing up on us. And when you see the level of devastation that has been done, ask Dr. Brown. They'll tell you that for every hectare, it would cost us over $40,000